Hi guys, welcome back to another vlog. My name is Rachel. This, hey sir, is Marshall.
Yeah. This is Daisy. Yeah. You good girl.
And I'm a self-published author and a small business owner, and we're gonna do a vlog. I'm bad at this. Today is Monday, February 24th. It is currently almost 3 p.m. There's a couple of things that I want to explain really quickly before we hop into just life. I decided not to film my second two cash stuffing related videos this month because my fingers were jacked up as fudge. I will start them again in March and we will be fine. But they were ickety, and I was like, I really don't feel comfortable having my hands on camera right now, so I didn't. They're looking better, so we'll be fine for March. I just ate lunch, watching Gilmore Girls. I used to be a really big Gilmore Girls fan back in the day. From when I was 12 on, I would watch the whole thing over and over again, and it was my favorite. And then I kind of just stopped because I forgot about it a little bit, and then I started watching it again a year ago. Got through season 4 and then stopped again because I started getting annoyed. It's different watching it as an adult who's been in a lot of therapy. There's a lot of people that I used to like that I don't. And of course we're getting the Logan of it all at this point. And I have been an anti-Logan person. Ugh, gross. Give me Jess. But I'm trying to give him a fair chance this time around. So anyway, that's not important. So right now, I'm going to make a list. I had a coworker meeting, so I have a friend, I think I've mentioned this before. Her name is Jenny. She's a fellow writer, and we have coworker chats every week where we check in about our goals and what worked this week and what didn't. And because we don't work for a business as coworkers, we are each other's coworkers, so we treat it as if we're doing a job where we're checking in with each other about our assignments for the week and whatever. So we made our goals for the week, and so I'm going to utilize those to help me decide what I want this week to be. My goal right now is to do 2,000 words a day on the book, which is the same as it's been for a while. And it's been working. 2,000 words a day is pretty reasonable for me to get done. I would love to go back up to 5,000 words a day. But then I realize after I try doing it, I'm still depressed and my energy is not where I want it to be. And sometimes I forget I'm depressed. And then I try and do things and then I go, still depressed. So 2,000 words a day it is. I wrote down that I wanted to catch up on vlogs and then proceeded to scrap both of the vlogs. But with this vlog, I would like to start editing it immediately. Once I have clips to edit, start editing them rather than waiting until the entire vlog is finished and then try to play catch up. So I think that's going to be a thing is start editing the vlog immediately. And then what is this week? This is the last week of the month, correct? Yes. So I also need to budget for February. March. I've also been questioning my whole budgeting system and cash stuffing. I'm is cash stuffing really effective? Should I try something else? Because it just sometimes feels with all these categories that it's actually making my relationship with money more stressful. So I'm I don't know, kind of brainstorming what's working about it and what's not working about it and what I can do differently for March. We're gonna try some things and see how it goes. Hello, sir. What are you doing? Handsome boy. Hello. One of my goals this week is to do one video from the Publish and Thrive course a day minimum, and then sometimes I could do more because some of the videos are 10 minutes and some are 40. So I'm just gonna put one Publish and Thrive video a day. That's Marshall chewing a bone, by the way. And then the other thing I've been working on is I am updating my backlist. So that means I'm going through my past books that are already published and updating them. Not updating the books in the sense of rewriting them, but just any spelling errors I've found, fixing those. And then also I'm trying to upgrade the way that they look. Not the covers, because I love the covers, but the interior, the maps, the way the chapter layout looks. Just that kind of thing, just trying to make it as professional looking as possible and updated because some of it's not accurate anymore. So that's part of one of my goals for this quarter is to start getting that done. And I decided, because I love to overcomplicate things, welcome to my world, that I wanted to draw my own chapter heading pictures rather than using like the cover background image as like the background of the chapter page, which is what I currently do. I sketched out some ideas on paper and then took a picture and uploaded it to my computer, and then I use, is it Krita, I think is what I use, what it's called. Opened that up to start like actually like sketching on the computer and remembered, oh yeah, this is actually really hard and really time consuming and really tiring, which you on YouTube will get to see what it is. I'm not telling anybody else, I'm just telling you guys. But we will talk about that later when I get to it. So I do want to, I think I can finish the sketches, the computer sketches. So I think I'm going to put that on here too. I am going to do, I think, a sprint because I want to like get my feet, my toes wet, my feet wet. I don't know, feet or toes, same thing. I want to get my feet wet with this story to like get my brain reacclimated to it. And then after I do a sprint, I will explain the book because I feel like there's going to be a lot of talking in a row. You know, it's a lot of talking. I'm trying to decide how much I'm going to tell you guys. Should I just tell you and then you guys can be like in the know about what I'm doing? Or should I keep it secretive? Because if I keep it secretive, there's certain things on my screen I can't show you. I think I'm going to show you. Partly because I just don't want to be responsible for trying to hide it. That just sounds like a lot of work. And here's a tip for anybody wanting to vlog or who is like, how do you do that? I mean, it's not like it's that crazy. I don't vlog the entire time of my writing sprint. I'll like put the camera up in one spot for like 3 or 4 minutes, and then I'll switch it to another spot for 3 or 4 minutes until I have about 4 or so minutes of footage from each angle, and then I stop filming. And then just pick up the camera again when I need to. And then when I go to edit, I have these different angles that are all from like a 15-minute time span-ish. But it gives me options for angles to show you guys so you don't get bored just watching me straight on just sitting there writing, making an angry face. So for anybody who was curious how that works, that's how that works. Also, I'm a little like tired. I went to bed at 2 o'clock in the morning last night, so I may or may not be really chatty in this video. I'm a chatty person. I'm just also introverted, so I talk a lot to myself or my dogs. And then when I feel like talking to people, I go and seek out my family and go, hey, so I make that face too. Okay, I'm gonna shut up and we're gonna write. I don't remember where I left off last time. I wrote over the weekend because I was in the mood and I was like, follow the mood, follow the spark wherever she goes. That sounds like something they would say in Pixie Hollow. Oh, I like this scene. This is fun. There's some eyeing of each other in this scene and it's really fun. Okay.
I've been hoping for a love like you for a long, long time. We got laughter, we got tears, we got each other too. From this moment we are here to stay. There ain't nothing we can't do. Here we are, dear, hand in hand. No more plans, just our love here.
Okay, I just did one sprint. I could keep going. I'm gonna keep going, I think, after this. I'm gonna like just kind of fill you guys in on what's going on, and then I'm gonna do another sprint because I'm feeling it. This is a good scene. So if you couldn't tell from the garland of leaves above my window and the floating candles that are in my windows, by the way, I will link those down below. They're from Amazon. Or the like fall themed aesthetic video that's on my laptop, I have changed stories. My idea initially was to draft that fairy tale book, and then once I was done with the first draft, I would switch to drafting this book, and then once that rough draft was done, I would go back and edit the fairy tale book, and I would kind of flip-flop between them to like keep it interesting and not get like stale with the story. And I've never done that before, but I thought I would try it. And as I was thinking about it, I was like, I don't know if it's going to work out time-wise for me to do that, to like flip-flop between. So I did the math, and it was not going to work. Because the book that I switched to is the second book in my fall series. So if you don't know, I have a series of fantasy books where it takes place in a world where it's always fall. So it's always autumn. The leaves are always orange. There are always pumpkins. It's always fall. And it has like vampires and ghosts and grim reapers, but I've said this before, but none of them are dead. None of it's creepy. It's not gross. The vampires don't suck blood. Like, it's all very like cozy and sweet, with a little bit of like mystery to it. Like, it's still got like depth and coolness to it, but it's not creepy or grody. The second book in the series, I want it to come out in fall because I want it to sell well. The more time during fall that I can give myself where this book is available, if I can be completely honest, the more money I'm gonna make. So I want the book ideally to come out in August at some point, because us fall girlies start doing fall things in August. It's just how it is. And then I would have August, September, October, November for it to sell before Christmas kicks in. And like, I know people will read a fall book any time of the year, but I really want to like get the like height of the fall season. I was like, I'm not gonna have time to flip-flop between stories, and the fairy tale retelling really doesn't have a date attached to it. It's not seasonal, so it really doesn't matter when it comes out. So I decided to switch gears, go ahead and write the fall book, get it completely ready to go. I'm actually going to use an editor this time, which I've never done before, because I just don't trust other people. And why pay someone to do what you can do for yourself? And then if it's done and ready early, great. It can just sit there and wait, and I can start working on the next book. And that way I have a little bit less stress and a little bit more wiggle room, because if something comes up between now and fall that takes up time that I didn't expect, I want to be able to have enough time to finish this book. I'm going to explain really quick what process I used because it went better this time. So this time I didn't really have much of a like list of scene ideas like I normally do, because I hadn't been thinking about this book because it wasn't planned. First thing I did was I went on Pinterest and I made a Pinterest board for it. I have like a central board on my Pinterest page that is like very long, full of, I mean, it's got like rom-com aesthetics, fantasy aesthetics, Christmas aesthetics, every kind of aesthetic there is. They're not organized. I probably should organize them at some point. Any picture that I thought looked like it might be the vibe of the story, I just added it to the board, which that included not just like fall images, but like images that convey like, you know, I don't know, a woman is crying and the man is holding her, whatever, just like emotional moments that I thought might be interesting for this story. Added them all to the board. Using that board, like having it up and looking at it and just having it kind of like as an inspiration, because as you go along you really don't know initially what you want the story to be sometimes until you kind of like start to discover it. So that was kind of me discovering it. And then I got out my sticky note outline, which I can show you. I mean, it's not really that legible anyway. This is one of my newsletter freebies, so if you sign up for my newsletter, it's in there. It looks like this. It's a little grid with little squares like this that are the size of the mini sticky notes. At the top it has like call to adventure, first plot point, all the different major plot points in a 3-act structure and their percent marks. Like 25% is the first plot point, 50% is the midpoint, whatever. That way you can refer to it as you're plotting. So what I did is I printed this out, had this sitting there, had my Pinterest board going, and then got out some sticky notes, and any idea I had in my head, certain things that I knew that were going to happen, which wasn't much, I wrote it on a sticky note. One of my plot points literally just says, she accepts. I know what that means. And wrote it on a sticky note and then just slapped it generally where I thought it might kind of go. And then basically just filled it in. And this took me probably about a day-ish for me to just kind of fill it in as I went. And I like, you know, would move a sticky note and be like, no, I don't want it there, I want it here. And I got it full, the entire thing, from chapter 1 all the way to chapter 30. I think I ended at like 35 or something. It was like, I'll fill it in later. And then we moved on to the note cards. So the note cards I've done before, but I did them differently this time. For the last book, I made one like index card per scene or chapter. Each index card had like a paragraph, like the entire front of the card was full, and then most of them the back of the card was full, and then I even had to add on a few sticky notes to most of them. And this time I got like 5 scenes through and I was like, you know, it's going okay, but I feel like writing the last book, the fairy tale retelling, was a little rigid, and it was a little didn't feel all that creative, and I was struggling with it. And I would like get to the scene and look at the note card and just be like, ugh, not really super interested in it. And I was like, I just didn't like the feeling. And I'm like, I wonder, as I was talking out loud, and I was like, maybe if I simplified it, like what do I actually need to know? So instead, it's just between like 4 and 7 bullet points of, I don't want to like say exactly what it says, but like go to the inn to see these people. These people are friends. See this person enter the inn. Ask about that person. Like it's literally just bullet points that are very, 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 very simple of just kind of essentially what order I kind of want the scene to go in. Because if I don't have it planned at all, it's going to be a crap show. Like it's going to be a crap show, and I'm going to have so much heavy lifting and editing, and I'm not interested in that. So that's what I did this time. And I'm on chapter 2. So I've done a prologue, chapter 1, and like a little over half of chapter 2 right now. And it's going really well. I have not announced it on like social media, like Instagram newsletter, that type of thing yet, because I have experience with thinking that I know what I'm doing and then I don't. Like saying that I'm gonna do the fairy tale retelling and then I have to switch gears and do something different because it's just what's working. Since I'm in the mood to just keep going, because I love the chemistry between these characters so much. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep writing for another sprint because it's just working really well right now, and I feel like I should just follow that. And then we'll figure out where we are after that. But for right now, I want to do another sprint because I'm in the zone, I'm in it, I'm feeling it, we're grooving, we're flowing. Let's get there. Let's do it. Let's do it, Marshall.
Well, I never know what to do with you, and I never know what to say to you. It's
So it is now 4:55. 1,300 words written today in only 2 sprints, which is actually pretty good. Like I'm pretty happy with that. I feel like it's going so well. Like if you saw me smiling, I'm just having so much fun with this couple. Like I feel like the last couple of books I've written, I've struggled to enjoy it for so many reasons. Depression, rom-coms are not my thing, I realized, and stress among other things. But also I think because I was trying to create a plot other than the relationship, because to me it was just like boring to have the relationship be the central plot. And with this one, I'm just letting the relationship like take center stage, and I'm not fighting it, and I'm not overthinking trying to make the book interesting. I'm just letting the story like tell itself, and it's going really well so far. Like, knock on wood. Like I'm not superstitious, but it's just something I've been doing since high school. I don't want it to like go sour, but it's going really well so far. So fingers crossed it continues that way. And really the only other things that I think I want to do today are watch the Publish and Thrive videos, and I want to work on the not character art because they're not both, like the art images for the chapter headers. Those are the 2 things I want to do today. And then I also want to spend some time, actually I should write that as a goal for this week. Spend like 30 minutes minimum every night on my hobby. I started doing diamond art, diamond painting, whatever you want to call it. And it's fun. I like it. So anyway, that's that. I'm gonna stop talking. I'm gonna go and grab something to eat, and then I will come back out here and we will see kind of where we're at emotion wise and like just headspace wise, and go from there is the plan. So let's do it. What you doing? Go get it. You gotta get it. You gotta get it, Daisy.
Over here is Apple's birch trees in the area. A rare butterfly nature preserve is off to the right here.
It is now 6:07. So, and the mailman brought my chai tea syrup, which is what I make chai tea lattes with. I forgot to say though, something very exciting about this book that was not true for the other book. I've already picked a title for it, which I'm so excited about. And I ordered a cover. I ordered a cover on Friday or Saturday. So I should, by like Monday, next Monday I should have their first draft of the cover, which honestly, ordering covers makes me anxious because I'm very detail oriented, and so I notice little things. I'm really respectful about it. I'm never harsh. I always over-explain myself and send lots of smiley faces, and I tip them because then I feel bad. And then, like, the last book, though, Run Little Wolf, even after it was done, I considered asking them to fix. This is the cover. And the front of her dress here was like super wrinkly because, you know, they use stock photos and manipulate them. And so it was super wrinkly in here. And that, and then her nail polish, like her nails were like red. And I'm like, this is a fantasy book. She shouldn't have colored nails. I could have easily asked them to fix it for me. But at that point, I had already had them change so many things that I felt so guilty and so bad that I went in and did it myself, which I am not a graphic designer. I do not have the tools or the experience with the tools to do it easily and quickly, so it took me hours of work when I could have just had them do it and it would have taken them like barely any time, but I just felt so bad at that point that I didn't want to ask them. So I'm kind of nervous is the point to get the cover, because the chances of me like loving it right off the bat are like 0. Like I said, it's not because they're not good at it, it's because I'm specific in what I want. And they're really good at getting there. It's just by the time we get there, I feel so bad for having gone back and forth so many times that I don't ask for those little detail changes because I feel guilty. And then I do them myself anyway, and it's a headache. So it's like, I should just ask, but I don't because it makes me uncomfortable. I'm working on it. I'm gonna go ahead and do another sprint. Because I'd like to get, because this is a new chapter, we're in chapter 3 now, and when I like switch chapters, the momentum has like kind of died a little bit, and I only have like half a paragraph written for this chapter, so I'd like to get into it, sink my teeth into it a little bit so that I can kind of get the momentum going again, so that the 4th sprint feels fun. I might do the Publish and Thrive after that, just to kind of get it over with, because it's not as much like creativity centered, and then later do the chapter headings, but we'll see. Come here! Come here! Marshall! Marshall! What are you doing, Marshall?
Something better come my way before I freak out. Okay, I know I gotta start looking too, but oh my god, I think I'm doomed. Like every minute it gets harder, rank gets steeper, and soon enough I'm gonna meet my reaper. Is this all we get? A couple cheap laughs and a deep regret. Baby, you are just another thing I'm lost to. Tally up the pain I caused you, giving it to someone brand new. God,
Alright, it's time to do some Publish and Thrive videos. Let's get it done.
if you let me, but forget me, 'cause I'm just another thing you're lost to. 'Cause I'm just another thing you're lost to. Something better catch my eye before I just lay down and die. Okay, I know I have a lot to see, but what's the point if it's just me? Like every day gets longer, guy gets worse. Soon enough I'm gonna know I'm cursed. Is this really true? That I'll spend my life in debt to you, baby.
Okay, it's now 8:30, 8:21. It's a little later than I would like to eat a snack, but I'm gonna have my last snack of the evening. I did a Publish and Thrive episode. It was the keywords and categories episode, which is like super important because that's how retailers figure out which readers to show your book to based on your categories and keywords and things like that. So I watched that episode. And like most of the stuff I've learned from this course, I'm probably gonna like wait and implement once I'm done because there's just a lot. But this one I was just like super curious, so I just picked one book of mine. I picked my Ghost Only Haunts Great Vampires, and actually I need to do this. Now this I'm gonna like do this for. I don't like to see it. I don't like to see it. This is my royalties estimator. It tells me how much money I've made so far, and I just don't like looking at it. It's very stressful because some months are lower than you want. So I'm just not gonna look at it, but I just took a screenshot of it. That way I can see next month if the changes that I made to the categories and keywords and stuff made a difference or not. Right now it's at 41 reviews on Amazon. So the way you get paid on Amazon is a 3-month offset. 3-month offset? Yeah. So I'll get paid for like February in March, April, and May. So it's 3-month offset, so it doesn't really matter what I made in February right now. Like I don't need to know that information right this second anyway because I don't get paid that for 3 months. So it's not that big of a deal to me this exact moment. But also, I just don't want to know. Because like I'm doing what I can to make more money. I'm writing another book and I'm learning more about marketing, so it wouldn't help me to know and discourage myself. Because I'm already making steps to improve. So why find out information that makes me feel just more rushed about the improvement that I really can't rush. So and then I also I've been rereading the book, making notes, like just like tabbing all of the spots. All of the pink tabs are things that I highlighted that are like things that I need to know, like that I need to document in my writing Bible so that I can reference them and be like, oh, that's what that person looks like, or that's what that place looks like, or that's that historical thing that I mentioned. And then all the blue ones are errors that I found. Some of them were like, I have a thing about repeat words too close together. Like if you say, she turned and walked down the street, and like glanced over her shoulder one last time before he disappeared. As she walked along, carriages passed her in the street, whatever. You say the word street 2 times within like the same like 2 or 3 paragraphs, and I'll say the same paragraph. If you say the word in the same paragraph, I'm like immediately like cringe. And there was a couple of places where I had done that, and I was like, oh, double cringe because it's me and I did it and I'm sensitive to it. Why did I do that? So there's a couple of things like that, just a couple of like spelling errors, or not even spelling errors. I haven't found any yet. Just like grammar errors where I'm like, why is there a comma there? I don't know. I was like, why don't I just go ahead and fix the ones I found so far and upload that version to Amazon so that if the keywords and categories that I changed help, people get as much updated version of the book as they can. So since it's now 8:30, I am going to go ahead, run inside real quick and grab a snack. I was gonna make my snack, but it just takes so long to make it. I make an apple crumble and it doesn't take so long. It takes like 20 minutes, but I don't really want to waste a lot of time tonight because I'd like to do another sprint and have some like downtime with doing some diamond art. I don't know, we'll see. I might just grab something really quick and come back out here, and I'm gonna make a tea while I'm at it, so I will be back shortly.
These days are running slow. Sunsets and shores far from home. Headlights are shining on the sea. No place on earth I'd rather be. And I could try to just follow the swell, but I'll never find this anywhere else. To all those places on the wall, and none come close to this, I'm sure. You try to say the sunrise the same. But tell me, have you ever danced in the rain? And I could try to just follow the swell, but I'll never find this anywhere else.
It is now 10 p.m. I'm gonna go to bed. Did another sprint, and then I did some diamond painting for about half an hour. Let's go ahead and see how many words I got done today. I did 5,331 is our new word count, which the thing that I really like about Dabble, the app that I use to write in now, and I used it before, I just had forgotten about it, is that it automatically tells you how many words you've written today. But when you don't have that, like you don't have Dabble and you don't have that option, it's also nice to take today's total words and subtract yesterday's total words, and that gives you how many words you wrote today. So let me show you guys real quick. This is my Notion page, which I have discussed in past videos, so I'm not gonna do the whole thing, but we now have 5,331 words today. I did 4 sprints. I did a total of almost 3,000 words, and that's my chart so far. I will officially be starting chapter 4 tomorrow. I didn't do any of the chapter titles today, but that's okay because I got a late start to the day. So I'm gonna go ahead and take the book with me to bed because I'm only like a quarter of the way through right now, and I want to finish this so that I can make sure that all the stuff that I write in this book will be the continuity will continue, and then I will be back here tomorrow and we will start it all over again. So yeah, I'm gonna go and I will see you guys in the morning. Good afternoon. It is now 12:48 p.m. This morning I did the treadmill for a while. I started editing yesterday's vlog, or like the clips I did yesterday. I started editing those on the treadmill, so we are off to a good start on keeping on top of vlogs, which is great. I walked the dogs, ate breakfast, got ready. I filmed a couple of clips for Instagram Reels. I've started doing Reels where it's basically just me, like I have my stack of books here. These are all the books that like are currently published under my name, and so like it would just be like me sitting here reading and then looking at the camera or whatever, just things like that, to make reels of, so that I could add whatever text or audio works for me at the time, and then I can have like a batch of pre-recorded clips that I can use for whatever I want to talk about that day, because I don't like doing the text ahead of time, but doing the clip ahead of time is a really big thing off of my shoulders because I don't get ready every day. So I can't just like film them at the drop of a hat if I look like trash. So anyway, did that just now, and did my Jesus time, and then now I made some new envelopes and a few new savings challenges for budgeting, which I need to make before I can film a video this weekend. I also need to do like some like just like general house cleaning stuff. Like I haven't cleaned my bathroom in weeks. So I'm not sure exactly what I'm gonna do today, other than I know I'm gonna write my words. Oh, that's the other thing. I knew there was something else. We are going to Scotland this spring. Like my family and I, as like a trip. Partly for my 30th birthday and partly just because we always go on a trip during some like the spring or summer. Usually it's like a road trip. We don't usually go international, but we are going to go to Scotland. So we're getting plane tickets today. Don't even get me started on it. Don't even get me started. We've been talking about going to Scotland since like November. Has anybody been willing to just like bite the bullet and bite it? No, nobody's been. In my family's defense, with all the medical things going on and my loved one having surgery recently, it's been a lot, but my family also has a tendency to put things off. And I am not that. I'm a very like pull the trigger right now kind of person. So it's been fun. We are gonna go on the Harry Potter train, which we almost didn't get tickets to because everyone waited so flipping long to book tickets, and I was very upset because I had been hounding everybody for a while. He's gonna be booking the tickets today, the plane tickets, and then I will look at hotels. So I do want to, I think, do that today and just get it over with. It's already 1 though, so we'll see. What was I doing? So, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Just fell next to his foot and he just looked at me like, how dare you, woman? Drop a chapstick next to my foot. By the way, this sweatshirt, I made this sweatshirt. I don't think I've ever said that before, but I made this. I ordered the sweatshirt itself on Amazon. It's just a basic black sweatshirt from Amazon. I think it's one of those oversized ones. But the patches, like I cut out all of this and sewed it on myself by hand. Look at me, Susie Homemaker. Not really, but I try. I feel like a golden retriever today. And that's not really my I'm more of a cat. Like my personality is like a cat, I think. But today I feel kind of like a golden retriever. Like maybe like an old one that has Alzheimer's. So we are on chapter 4 today. No, I don't want to add a new book. I just want to add a new chapter. Alright, let me read through my little notes real quick. My like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bullet points. Oh, this is going to be complicated because this is actually... This is when I wonder why I do some things. This is actually from the... This is from the first book, this scene. It's actually the sneak peek at the back of the first book, but I'm going to have to like change it a little bit to match what I'm currently doing. So I'm going to copy and paste it and see how it works, how it looks. Why are you being slow, Atticus? By the way, I use Atticus formatting software. That's what I use. I can't use is it called Vellum is the other one? That one's for Mac. I don't have a Mac, so I don't use that one. I use Atticus. It works really well. I'm just so freaking picky. Like I said about the book covers last night, like I am just so picky about all the details is why I'm a pain in the ass. It's not because the program doesn't work properly, it's because I'm overcomplicated. Oh my gosh. I swear. Why are you being this way? Guys, I just want to copy and paste. I don't know why I have my finger on my nose. I think what I'm gonna do is like, you put it there, but I'm gonna type above it, a couple of lines above it, and just ignore it and let myself write the scene, and then we will check with what I had written previously and like merge them. I think that's what I'm gonna try. Let's see. So let's go ahead and get into it.
Oh my god! Oh, that's so disgusting. I know it's mine, but it's so gross. Oh, I can't even look at my own gloves. I'm so weak. I could never live in the wild. I'm ashamed to call myself an adult.
sorry. It's now 7:30. I've got my little apple crumble and some yogurt. I don't remember what I cleaned the bathroom. Listen, I've cleaned stalls, braided poopy tails without gloves or anything like that. Like, play with the dogs, don't care, built things, DIY. Like, I'm not a person who's afraid of like germs or dirt, but I have this thing about like hair or like wet things, like food that's wet. Like, if there's food in the sink that's wet, no. If there's hair that's wet, I don't care if it's mine, no. So I tried to take the shower, like the hair out of the shower drain, and I couldn't do it. I was kind of like dry heaving, so I had to hand over that one because I just can't do it. I was like, I can do everything else. I don't mind cleaning the toilet. So, but I did clean the bathroom, mopped the floors, the bathroom floor and the kitchen floor. And then I brushed Marshall. He's a different man now, and I vacuumed. His hair has been so bad, and like a Great Pyrenees, obviously they're gonna shed a lot. They have a lot of hair, but his shedding has been so bad that I will vacuum, and literally within 24 hours, there's white chunks of hair everywhere, because we're getting into spring, and so his body is just like, release the Kraken. I cross-tied him and just went to town, and I like even like sat there, and like for like probably 5-10 minutes on each elbow to get all of the hair on his elbow like unmatted and ungrody, because it was just like matted and brown. Now he's gonna play with a bone. And I used detangler, which I never have done before because I forgot we had it, and I used it and it was like a game changer. So much better. I mean, he still threw a major fit about it, but it's easier when he's cross-tied because he can't really go anywhere, you know. So I did all that. I also I haven't hole punched them yet. I made some new envelopes. I'm going to try simplifying my system again, and we're going to see if that helps make it feel less overwhelming budgeting wise and makes money feel more fun again. So made some new envelopes. I need to hole punch them and they'll be good to go. And I also made some placeholders. They're just like kind of thicker paper. I didn't have like any hardcore hardstock to print it on, so they're not super hardcore hardstock, but I don't think it really matters. They're going to go into envelopes anyway. So I just printed some more because I didn't have enough. And then I printed some savings challenges. And then the exciting thing is I had ordered these really adorable A7 binders a while ago. I got this one, which is like a dusty, I think it looks bluer on camera, but it's like this dusty grayish blue color. And then I got this nude, and I took some A6 dashboards and cut them down so that they're just a little bit bigger than my 3x5 note cards, so that this can be my note card book. Because like I like to use, I'm just realizing something. God bless me. God bless me. Well, that's okay with these ones. My other ones, it won't work so well. I hole punched them on the side rather than on the long side, because I'm sitting there thinking, I'm pretty sure I didn't fit all 6 holes on the note cards, and now I'm like, that's because it should be this way, not this. I swear. Okay, so I'm gonna re-hole punch these, and then we're gonna find out if they fit in there. Because I desperately want to do that. Because like I like using note cards. I know I could. Are you wagging your little baby tail? I know I could do this digitally, and it would be really convenient and it would work really well. I don't like digital stuff if I don't have to. The reasons being, number one, I have this thing where with digital work, even though I like, you know, I know that you can like scroll to the end of the page or zoom out or whatever, I don't like not being able to see the edge of the page. I just don't. I don't know what it is. It just makes me feel like I'm not quite seeing all the information in a bird's eye view, versus with paper, I can just spread the pages out in front of me and see everything at one time, or like flip and be fine, or like have multiple documents in my hand and then just flip to the one I want out of like 3, versus finding the correct windows, or what folder is it in, or wait, I actually didn't save my changes last time. And I know stuff like this could get taken away in like a fire or a flood or something. I take pictures of it though. So like after I've outlined, I take pictures of all the note cards so that in case something happens to them, I have photos of them. Okay. These are just note cards. You look much better now. You need a bath now because I can like feel the dirt when I pet his head. So that's one reason. And because I can accidentally delete things a lot easier than I will throw something away. I'm less likely to throw something away. And it's just like, I don't know, sometimes you think you've saved something on the cloud, but then you can't find it again. It's just a mess. So I just prefer to have things physically. Hello, sir. And like if I'm on the go and I, you know, maybe I don't have my computer on hand. If I'm on the go, I don't have a computer on hand. Or maybe I do, but you know, a single laptop is a fairly small screen to have like 3 or 4 or 5 different windows open. And so it's just a lot more convenient to have this small little notebook that I could pop in my purse, honestly, and refer to while I'm writing on my phone or whatever. And I really like the convenience of it, so that's why I'm gonna do it. Not that I need to justify it to anybody, but just in case anyone's like, I don't understand, now you can understand. So cute. I'm just so happy right now. This is so adorable. I'm so glad it turned out. I have this really beautiful bookmark a friend made me. Isn't she so talented? I mean, look at that. Would you not pay good money for this? It's actually my favorite color scheme. Is that why she probably made it that way on purpose? Because she knows me. And then there's this one that's got books on it. If she ever opens up an Etsy shop, I'll be sure to link it because she makes gorgeous stuff. And then my Harry Potter stickers are Exploding Bonbons and and Mortentia. So neither one of those are really like the vibe. And then with the slam of a door, but she'll call him a bore. She wouldn't be sure, but as she was leaving, it felt like breathing. I don't know how long that was. It's now 8 o'clock. Too long is what it was. So I have now grabbed a couple of little card things from the Church of Post Department CD. This is what the bookmark came in, and then this is what the photo cards came in with a little clip. Got a little dashboard, and then note cards, and then the beautiful bookmark will mark which scene I'm currently in because I just love this bookmark so much. I'm gonna go ahead and get started on doing a sprint because I have 3 more sprints to do. It's 8:10 p.m. We got a lot going on. Also, I just watched a little bit of Gilmore Girls while I ate my little dessert thing. I'm not a big Logan fan so far, just because I feel like he's a little bit like condescending. Granted, it's early in the Logan saga, but at the moment, I'm not a big fan. Like, he's cute, I like his flirty vibe, I like his paying attention to Rory. I don't like the way he talks down to her, as if, like, she needs his help to be different. And I'm like, you don't need to change her, like, you need to just like her the way she is. Also, I don't like what they're doing to Dean. The fact that, I mean, they did a lot of terrible things to Dean with the whole, like, Lindsay of it all. I'm like, that was character assassination. But now they're, like, trying to point out, like, oh, Rory's so smart and Dean is so simple, is what it feels like. Like, he's just this simple small town boy and Rory's just this brilliant girl who's got big dreams and stuff. And it's like, and those two people can't be together? Like, those two personalities or ways of life can't, like, balance each other? And so it just bothers me that they're, like, trying to dumb Dean down and, like, be like, oh, well, he's not good enough for Rory. And it's like, honestly, I don't think Rory's good enough for him sometimes. I mean, currently, with the whole cheating thing, they both kind of suck. But in general, that's my hot take on Gilmore Girls today. So I'm going to open this up to the correct scene for today. So far, almost nothing that I have from the sneak peek scene is staying. Alright, I'm going to get started on this so that we can get a move on because it's already now 8:15.
I get this feeling like a bag of bricks. Try again tomorrow. Like a problem I can never fix. So end my sorrows. Hey, won't you pick it up a little bit faster? Hey, you know concrete dries better than plaster. Hey, won't you pick it up
Okay, can we just take a minute to appreciate this ambiance video? Isn't it so flipping pretty? It's like so perfect for this book. It's from Storybook Ambiance. Okay, so it is now 9:40. I'm really proud of myself. I did all 4 sprints. I just did not stop the entire time. I was like, all right, we're just gonna go. And I just went through them one after the other. So let's figure out how many words we've done today. We are ending with a total of 7,043 words. And the amount of words I've written today is 1,712. And those almost entirely were words that I actually wrote from scratch. Because that copy and paste that I did from the sneak peek chapter, I didn't keep hardly any of it, like maybe like a paragraph and a half. Today was a lower average because I only did 1,700. Did I really only write 1,700 words today? Oh my gosh, how is that possible? I think honestly it's just because I was so flipping tired today. And I didn't really expect to be tired because I slept pretty decent last night. I don't know, so I don't know, but whatever. That's just the way life rolls and we just roll with it. Recap of the day. I did not technically get 2,000 words in, but I'm going to check it off anyway because it's, I mean, the point was to get, you know, all my sprints done and everything and get close, and I got close. I did edit this morning on the treadmill, part of this vlog. One clip of this vlog, actually. I did not do the chapter heading sketches because it just didn't end up having the time. And then I did not watch a Publish and Thrive video, which is kind of okay too because both this one and the next one are ones that I'm not even sure I'm really gonna need. So I'll probably just like kind of skim through them to see if there is anything that I need. But I did clean my bathroom. Oh, I did make envelopes. That's right. I made my envelopes, my savings challenges, and my placeholders. So I did do something that needed to get done. It just wasn't from today. So I feel pretty good about everything that I got done. I like my little setup. I think it's super cute. She's so pretty, and I'm just so happy that this has like a safe place to be because I honestly have had a problem also where I will put my note cards together and I will set them on the desk and I'll go in for the night and then come back in the morning and little Miss Poopy Butt over here has eaten half of them. So they're so cute and small. Like look how big they are, really. Like they're so small compared to like my hand. I think that's it. I feel like there's more I should like tell you guys, but I can't think of anything else. So if you're still here, you're awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.